I have always believed that teaching the next generation of woodworker is vital to the overall health and well-being of this amazing trade. Because of that, the Imagination Woodshop has partnered with industrial tech teacher Mr. Adam Schmittendorf on a series of short safety videos specifically designed to help the beginning woodworker. Our hope is that this information can help you be both successful and safe as you begin your woodworking journey. Enjoy.
Welcome to the Spartan Wood and Metal Shop. Today we're going to talk about two tools. That will be our shear, and that's going to be our brake. As always with all tools, we need to talk about safety. For this one, we're going to need to make sure, as always, our safety glasses are on. We're wearing long pants and boots. The reason for that is we're dealing with metal, and this drops the metal to the floor after it's sheared. Therefore, long pants and shoes are necessary for this operation. Now, each shear is different, so you need to look at what is the capacity of the steel it can handle. For our shear, it says right on it, 16 gauge is the maximum amount or thickness that this is able to handle. Before we shear our first piece of steel, there is one thing I need to point out with this machine. This is a manually operated shear, which means that to engage it, you're going to use this foot pedal. Often what happens is students will come and they'll use this, but they don't realize their bottom foot on the floor. They'll go and stomp down and crush their foot below. Make sure your foot is out of the way before depressing the foot pedal all the way. To operate the shear, make sure our hands are out of the way. Press down firmly. With this, make sure your piece of metal is nice and square, and then depress all the way in one motion. Just remember, this is a very simple tool to use. Always practice best shop safety. Hand and foot placement is a critical one with this machine. Now we're going to move on over to the brake. Welcome to our brake, and/or often referred to as a bender. Like our shear behind me, it can handle up to 16 gauge sheet metal. Now before we begin metal layout, there's two ways of doing this. You can simply use a Sharpie, which gives a nice dark line. However, it's quite thick. My preferred method, take a simple nail and then use your ruler and score your line. It makes a nice crisp line, which you're going to need to place in order to do a nice bend. Right now, our sheet metal is just lightly placed in the bender. Currently, the fingers are holding down on our piece of steel. I have placed the finger edge right along the line that we scored earlier. For this next step, lock it down on both sides. If you do not lock it down on both sides, you will not get a nice crisp bend. For our first bend, I'm going to demonstrate a hem where we're going to fold it the maximum fold that this bender or brake will go. With that, you can either grab in the middle or off to the side with our hand placement. Often with students, two people are better than one for this operation, as this is quite heavy, or if the sheet metal is thick, will be difficult to bend. For this demonstration, we're going to bend all the way over and then give it a good push to begin our hem. Release our jaws and our fingers, and we've started our hem. To finish the hem, we're going to relock it without the sheet metal in the bender. Bring it up, slide it in, and then fold all the way over, and you should create a nice hem. If it's not all the way closed, open it back up, adjust it down, and then finish your hem to close it up. For this bend, we're going to do a 90-degree bend. With this, some of our fingers are missing. This is for demonstration purposes, but if we wanted a nice clean line, we want all of our fingers in place. Line up the fingers along your joint, lock it down. This one, we're not going to fold it all the way over. We're going to fold it up to around 90 degrees. Let it back down, and then open up your jaws. At this point, you have a nice clean bend. If you notice, this bend is not quite at 90. With that, simply just put it back in the brake again, close up your jaws, lock it back down, grab your bar and then bend it just a little further to get that nice 90-degree bend. Thanks so much for joining us today as we covered the shear and the brake. Remember, shop safety is the most important thing we can have. Safety glasses, pants, and shoes are a must when working with these tools. When in doubt, always ask your instructor for help, and I hope you enjoyed our session today. Thank you.